This video falls under fair use. Fair use allows commentary, criticism, and reactions.
All right, my favorite part of the show, Caitlin Clark out tonight against the LA Sparks with a groin injury. I heard nothing about a groin injury when she went, what did she go, 0 of 6 from three-point range, 3 of 13 in their last game. She's 1 of 23 in her last 3 games from three-point range. She 8 turnovers in her last game, I think 7 in the game before that. She, in an awful stretch of games, seems to be depressed on the court and playing with a completely different energy and emotion than what she had been before the Barbie brawl during the Connecticut Sun game. Question here is, Steve, are you buying the groin injury, or are they calling a timeout and letting her recoup mentally? All right. Is she physically built for what you're talking about? Because there will be physical consequences. These women play rough. They're being allowed to play rough. It's like there doesn't seem to be any protection of her from the referees. And this is where the hostility of this league, you have referees, particularly the female referees. They're all feminists. They're all leftists. They probably have a tiny bit of bias against Caitlin Clark, just like the rest of that league. And I think that impacts how she's officiated.
You know what? All of those are valid points. I will not argue that. So that's why, again, you need to get that character in form of a basketball player, Queen Latifah, and set it off. You need to get like 2 or 3 of them. And what they do is they set screens, they knock people on their ass, they foul hard, and they make it clear, do not cross the line or we shall set it off. Again, think of the 2000 Sixers. A lot of role players subjugated their role really to cater to one guy.
Jason Whitlock did not hold back at all. He straight up called out WNBA players for what looks like purposely trying to injure Caitlin Clark. He said the aggression toward her is not normal, and it is starting to look personal. He questioned whether it is about jealousy, attention, or some kind of resentment toward the spotlight she brings. You can see it in the body language and in how hard some of those fouls are.
Last point, because you've made some fascinating points here. And I don't know if you said this earlier this week or if I did, but they should have invested. They should have paid. If it took $2 million to get a Kim Mulkey to be their coach, $1.5 million to get Lisa Bluter to be her coach, but she needs her version of John Thompson. John Thompson took on Allen Iverson in college, and remember, because Allen Iverson very polarizing coming to college because he had just gotten out of jail and blah blah.
Yeah,
you got to have that ride or die head coach, and I'm not sure Stephanie White doesn't have the profile, being a white woman, being a lesbian. I just don't know if she can be that ride or die person for Caitlin Clark and get in that foxhole with her. But that's where I think the WNBA has really let her down. Is if I'm that Indiana Fever management, I'm like, I'm about to break the bank to get the best coach I can, someone whose profile and personality will take on these critics and defend this rare asset we have, and they just don't have them.
What's up? I appreciate you for tapping into my channel. This whole situation with Caitlin Clark is starting to look way deeper than just basketball. When you see multiple WNBA players her hard, her to the ground, and showing almost no remorse, it does not just look like competitive play, it looks intentional. Jason Whitlock is saying what a lot of people have been thinking but maybe were too scared to say out loud. There is clearly some tension toward Caitlin, whether it is because of her popularity, media coverage, or the money she is bringing into the league. You can feel it on the court. Some players are treating her like an outsider, and it is wild to watch. What is even crazier is that the league has not done much to protect her so far. If this was happening in the NBA or even college, there would be fines, suspensions, or at least some kind of statement from the league office. But right now, it feels like Caitlyn is being left out there with a target on her back. The WNBA has to decide what kind of message they want to send. Are they going to let the jealousy and aggression take over, or are they going to protect the players who are actually helping grow the game? Caitlin Clark is bringing in new fans, more viewers, and major attention. Whether you like her or not, that is a fact. If the league does not handle this the right way, they are going to regret it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Is this just physical basketball, or are WNBA players going too far with Caitlin Clark? Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, because I always read all the comments. See you in the next video.